This is it, day 21. You win when others win. Here we go. As we neared the end of the biking phase of the triathlon, I came up upon and passed a female teenager. I didn't think much about it. I went into the transition area to drop off my bike and helmet and head out on the last portion of the race, which is the run. Barely a half mile into the run, this same young gal came running past me, just like I was standing still. Later in the run, however, I spotted her ahead and I realized I was slowly gaining on her. The competitor in me kept powering me forward to close the gap. As I was getting close, I saw her suddenly slow down dramatically. We were now within a half mile of the finish of the running portion in the overall triathlon, and she was clearly feeling the pain and the fatigue of the full race catching up with her. It was a split-second decision as I came up beside her for the pass. And instead of simply passing, I spoke to her and I said, "Hey, you got this. I'm not going much faster. Come on, join me. Let's get this thing done." She looked at me and she did what I said. She began to match me stride for stride. We chatted as best you can with small talk when you're running extremely hot and extremely tired, and we carried on towards the finish line. As we got to 150 meters of the finish, she spotted and heard her family along the side cheering from the sidelines, and it revived her. She kicked it into a faster gear, and she finished a few meters ahead of me on the sprint. We went our separate ways after the finish to recover and consume water, recover. And as I looked around, I spotted her, and I decided to walk over. And she saw me coming, and big smile came out on her face. And reaching out, she gave me a high five with her family looking on. She said, "Thanks so much." She said, "Thanks for picking me up and helping me finish." I nodded, smiled, we chatted a bit. I had made a friend. It was good to compete. It was good to finish. But it was better to see her finish strong and to know that I had helped when she needed it. We live in a culture that is tremendously self-focused. People want to elevate themselves, and so often they do this by putting others down, stepping on them, trampling them. Don't be like this. We can be different. Add value, give back, lift others up. There's a better way and a higher road that can richly impact others and give you a deep fulfillment you would not have otherwise. This is the way to an epic life. You can win by helping others win. When you have helped them succeed, it's a win for you as well. In business, I help clients succeed by the tools and support I implement for them. When they succeed, it's a win. They come back, do more business, and they refer me to others. Leadership is the same way. It's really about serving, not being the overlord dictator. If you want to build rapport, trust, and have greater impact, help others have wins. There's a principle here. It's in giving that we receive. By serving others, going out of your way to help a friend, showing up to be present with them, sending a note, a text, pitching in to help your team finish a project at work. By doing these things, they win, and ultimately you win in true fulfillment, meaning, and a sense of purpose. It is powerful. Sometimes it's the small things that we do for others that mean the most to them. Do not look down on the small contributions you can make. Keep making them. They add up over time. Reflect back for the first actionable. You win when others win actionables. Reflect back and think about your past 3 months. Can you think about a time or two that you helped someone else win? Write down what you did and how it impacted both them and you. I'm not talking about a race necessarily, but just some type of achievement, something that they accomplished. Number 2, I noted that, quote, sometimes it's the small things we do for others that mean the most to them. List 5 to 8 small things that you could do for family, for friends, for neighbors, or others that are simple enough that you could do them within the next week. Write those things down. All right, for your practical challenge, I want you to do this. Pray for a new opportunity and then be on the lookout the next 2 days for that opportunity that comes up to help someone else have a win. Write down what it is and what you did and how everyone was impacted in the process. All right, now let's finish out with the Bible reading. Ephesians 6, 1-8 and Galatians 5, 13 and 14. First, Ephesians 6. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise, so that it may go well with you and that you may enjoy long life on earth. Fathers, do not exasperate your children. Instead, bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord. Slaves, obey your earthly masters with respect and fear and with sincerity of heart, just as you would obey Christ. Obey them not only to win their favor when their eye is on you, but as slaves of Christ, doing the will of God from your heart. Serve wholeheartedly as if you were serving the Lord, not people, because you know that the Lord will reward each one for whatever good they do, whether they are slave or free. In Galatians 5:13-14, you, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly in love. For the entire law is fulfilled in keeping this one command: love your neighbor as yourself. All right, final word from day 21 and making the miles count to you. My aim is to live a life that adds value. You can too. A life that's uncommon and doesn't just flow with the mediocrity of the masses. That's what we want to be. Different from them. Will you commit to doing the same? We ultimately receive when we give. To get beyond the grind, you have to take action, daily action. You can do this. This is a journey, not a destination. You won't get it right all the time. We have to own our mistakes when we don't, acknowledge them to those impacted, get up, move on, better and wiser. Living a life that seeks to take action to add value to others enables you to have influence and impact the lives of those you encounter. Makes you a better parent, a better friend, neighbor, employee, business owner. Take each opportunity seriously. The grind is always there and something to guard against. Be wise and a good steward of the time entrusted to you. Be bold, take risks, invest in others. It'd be my biggest reward if this simple book helps you elevate your life beyond the daily grind so that you're making a lasting impact. If it has, and you can recount some of those stories, some of the things that you've jotted down, you've seen, I'd love to know about them. Let me know via my website, MikeGingrich.com. Fill out the contact form, let me know, or on social media. You can join myself there, Facebook, on Twitter, I'm Mike_Gingrich. You can let me know. I'd love to do it. So let's go forward and make the miles count. This isn't the end. This is the beginning. Hopefully you've got some tools now and you've taken some steps, you've taken some risks, you've seen how it can make an impact. Take these principles and go. This is Mike. Thanks for being with me on this 21-day journey. Over and out. Go get it.